Welcome to Know the Score with Decker and Dix. Don't forget to like us and follow us on Facebook, X, and YouTube. Join us live Monday and Friday mornings, or sometimes Tuesdays or Wednesdays, and even an occasional Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, who knows? You can shoot us questions or just send us a comment to set Decker straight. Sit back, enjoy, Know the Score with Decker and Dix now.
Hey, what are you doing?
What?
Oh, you didn't come in? Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, I like it. Hey, I got to do a special shout out right off the bat. That nuclear siren is for all our favorite fans of Detroit. They're so freaked out about their roster. And I just got one guy here, this Timothy Ray Brandon. Timmy's just kind of a jackass. And the guy thinks he knows football. He's been like a head coach in football and all that sort of stuff.
What, a high school or what?
I don't know. He's a Detroit. He says he's a Detroit Lions beat writer, but the stuff that he posts, I'm not 100% sure. I think the only thing he beats is what we know most men do after they've been married for a few years. So, hey, keep it classy, Timmy. Your team's gonna suck next year. Just letting you know. 10-7. The window's closed. Detroit done. Okay. Welcome to Know the Score with Decker and Dix. How are you today, Mr. Dix?
Why, let's extend on that a little bit.
Okay, all right. We can certainly do that.
Did you see the video of Amon-Ra St. Brown? He's like freaking out. I mean, he just like, how are the Bears spending all this money? I mean, he's actually, they're signing this guy, they're signing this guy.
I would be too. Well, Brad Holmes is a hell of a drafter, Nolan. And that's the only way you win a Super Bowl is through the draft.
So you see the Lions sitting on their hands.
Yep.
They're not signing anybody, but they're losing guys. That's the problem right there. Right. I mean, it'd be different if, like the Packers, they're not signing anybody, but they're not losing anybody. So I don't think Green Bay will never be in panic mode because I think they know how to do it. They draft well.
Our Packers, they lost A.J. Dillon, who's been like the Lions' new favorite defensive lineman. Marcus Davenport, who hasn't played more than one game a year since 2020. They signed him for $3.5 million.
Yeah.
You signed a guy $3.5 million to be on the IR. Congratulations, Detroit. That's cooking right there.
Yeah.
So
there you go.
And then everything you read on X, the people that know football are worried about the Lions because they have lost a lot. They squandered their wonderful year. I saw somebody put on there, Jared Goff is going to rebound next year. I'm like, rebound from the best season he's ever had. So that's the type of fan you have in Detroit. They either have smoked too many Super Bowls or they're stupid or both.
So say that again. What was the thing they said on Goff?
That he's going to have a rebound year.
That's so dumb, it makes me mad.
Yeah. It doesn't make me mad. It just makes me think Detroit people are who they thought they were. Give us the Dennis Green one. They are who we thought.
Yeah. Well, it is funny
because
some of the Lion fans, there's a couple out there that are like, they realize what's going on. Right. I mean, They see the Bears, the Vikings getting better. They see the Packers staying where they're at. But like I said, the Packers are doing their mainstay. I mean, they're not in panic mode.
I believe the Packers, are they one of the youngest teams in the NFL right now? I was going to look that up before, but then, you said, hey, I thought we were going to go tomorrow. And so I'm kind of a day behind on my investigations and stuff, but my research doing. But anyways,
But in the last week, we did get some good news, Chad.
What news did we get?
We did have one person that was flapping their jaws before President Trump was voted into office. Rosie O'Donnell has moved to Ireland.
Oh, did she really?
Yeah. So just waiting for Whoopi to
We always said we wouldn't go political on this here, buddy, and then you went and did it.
I had to do it because Rosie O'Donnell is what it's like. You show a picture of Rosie O'Donnell now and like Rosie O'Donnell 6 years ago. Life has been a little rough on Rosie.
Yeah. Well, you live that lifestyle.
But hey, she's going to go live in Ireland now, and she's going to have the best part of her life right now.
I would move to Ireland.
Ireland would be pretty cool. I was thinking maybe she'd go to Africa or somewhere.
Oh, you got to go there. So, anyway,
live with the kangaroos.
Quick story. Remember that whole little COVID thing that went on a couple years ago?
Somewhat, yeah. I got it once. I think I was one of the first Americans to get COVID in North Dakota. I was.
Okay. Wow, that's good.
Yeah.
You still have it, by the way.
I do.
Yeah. So Becky and I, when I was going to turn that magical number 50, we were going to go to Ireland to celebrate that, and then that happened over COVID, so we couldn't.
Oh.
So they closed everything down. So hopefully I'll make it to 60, and we can go to Ireland then. But I don't know if I keep making fun of this Timmy Ray, Timmy Ray Brandon. You never trust the guy that has first names in their whole name.
What's his name?
Timothy Ray Brandon. So
wow.
Three names.
First names.
Yeah.
Wow.
So again, he's a putz. Love him. Love to make fun of him. Doesn't understand.
Also, you also called him a jack too. Jack.
Well, I call him a jackass because he
is.
He doesn't understand. Brad Holmes has been the greatest general manager the Lions have ever had. And so I put on there, well, when you're going up against the Matt Millen.
I was going to say.
And a monkey would be better than Matt Millen.
Yeah,
so
Detroit is a poverty-stricken organization.
He couldn't understand the simple logic that I was trying to push through. Is like, you and I could be better than Matt Millen. He was probably better than Matt Millen.
I'd be able to pick guys. As far as the money situation, I'd have to leave that to you probably.
Yeah,
I'd say, hey, we're signing this guy.
And I'd say, no,
figure out how to do
it. Yeah, we don't have a cap.
Find it. Find the money.
So I sent you a mock draft simulator yesterday, and you had a good time with it.
Yeah, it was. That was a good time.
Yeah.
So last night I did it. I drafted for the Bears and the Vikings.
Okay.
Ended up with 18 picks for the Bears and 17 for the Vikings. And you should have seen all the 2026 draft picks I got. It was great.
Yeah. So, no, it's pretty fun. You can kind of, and maybe we'll try it tomorrow. I'll see.
I was going to say we're going to research and see if we can bring one of our media presentations on here. And
yeah. We're getting better as we get bigger. So thanks to our fans and thanks to our sponsors for sticking with us. We're getting there, buddy. We're getting there. So are you happy with where the Bears are with their free agents and their trades? They made some pretty good trades. I've been giving you a hard time about your line being super old and all that, but I think the Bears have done okay.
And I like what they did. I've liked what they did the last 2 years. And of course, people are still doing the little Bears won March. Dad does it all the time. Yeah. And I'm just like, we don't ever really win March. I mean, other than last year, we had a good March, but we were still in rebuilding. We knew we didn't have an offensive line.
Yeah, right.
So it's not like we went into last year going, we got Caleb Williams. We're going to win the Did you see Le'Veon Bell this morning?
Does he want to come play for the Bears now?
No, he says he has a picture of Caleb Williams in his USC, and he said, you guys expected him to be good or something like that. And people are like, are you okay, Le'Veon? Why are you commenting on Caleb Williams? Him and A.J. Brown should probably maybe get off X or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah. Antonio Brown, is that who you're talking about?
Yeah, what did I say?
A.J. I love Antonio Brown.
Oh, A.J. Brown. Yeah, I love A.J. Brown. Antonio Brown is
I love him, man. He's great.
Yeah.
He does cracker of the day. One of these days, I'm going to make cracker of the day.
Well, the best one was when I was watching that Rick and Bucks Jets game.
Oh,
when he ran off, I'm just like, is this live? I mean, I'm
deuces. He gave everybody the deuces.
Yeah.
Where he went. So loads of fun. Yeah. So tell me, Nolan, the offensive line, does it take 2 weeks, 3 weeks to gel as an offensive line? I've heard that with the Vikings, with their new offensive line, it's going
to take a while. I mean, depends on how they're doing camp.
Yeah, that gelness, right? I mean, you have to. I'll go back to like Lily's soccer team. Like,
you got to know where that other person's going to be.
Right.
So,
and when they go back to their traveling league, there's a few new players that get put in spots, and it takes 1 or 2 games to figure. Okay, I know Nolan's going to be right about the half pitch mark, and I'm going to pass to him. And I know he's going to be there because I know that's where he is.
Yeah.
And baseball, basketball. Do your girls know where to drop the pass and all that stuff, or is it?
Yeah. Some of the time, there's some girls that,
Yeah, don't go dead air. You got
no.
Okay.
I still got the needles moving. I just
okay, gotcha.
But
we don't want dead air in North Dakota. It's not a good thing for your radio station.
I wish we would have had this offensive line last year with the schedule we had.
Yeah,
and I think real Viking, Packer, Detroit Lion fans are going to know that it's going to be a tough year this year.
It's
there's not going to be any 14-win teams in the NFC North.
No,
I don't think.
It's and quite honestly, right now, like I always joke with you that the Bears won March.
Yeah.
But if we could say a team lost March, I would say it's Detroit.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to get off my making fun of the stupid fans.
Yeah.
But I still think they have enough talent. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. It's going to be really, really tough.
Well, can
NFC North?
Will Goff do that again? His year? I mean, he had a pretty good year.
He had a great year, buddy.
He's been in it.
Yeah.
I just, he's a year older. And I don't know what you were sending me last night. I don't know where did you use crayons and markers last night on that? Minnesota having the best quarterback in the NFC North? Come on, man.
No, that was who said that was like a Packers fan that did that.
No, you must have should have read right to left then, because there's no way that. I mean, man, I looked at that. I'm going, hey, if I go right to left, Bears are going to be in first place, man. Because don't use the read right to left on graphs like that.
That's pretty funny, buddy. I'll give you that.
Maybe you'll have to get that graph up on our media presentation tomorrow morning. We can show people
So the quarterback, they got Vikings number 1, Lions number 2, Green Bay 3, Chicago 4. Running back, they've got Lions number 1, Green Bay number 2, Vikes 3, Chicago 4. Well, maybe it could be a Chicago hater. I don't know. But they got the Lions have the most number 1 spots. But anyways, it was somebody from Green Bay that did that. So I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
When you got time on your hands, you got time on your hands.
You do. I mean, you got to produce stuff for your show.
I mean, we can all say we're going to win the division, and most people won't write it down and say, well, I never said that 6 months ago.
All right. So let's
focus quickly.
Okay. I was going to say, let's get this off our chest right away.
We're going in the same spot. Let's do mine first. QB2, Minnesota.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I've seen Jameis Winston. I've seen Mac Jones. I almost texted you like 3 days ago. Gardner Minshew they showed him working out, and so who's the Vikings going to get number 2? Now, are we going to go? Obviously, Aaron Rodgers is still in play, or what was that?
If you want to crown them, then crown their ass.
My God, are you still talking? My God, are you still?
Oh, this is okay. You'll answer my question after I go off on Aaron Rodgers.
You tell me the Aaron Rodgers saga. Please tell me.
Listening, you could come on to our show anytime.
Right.
Right after the McAfee show. I don't. But every year since Brett Favre's been in the league, this is about the time when they're deciding on, or Aaron Rodgers especially. Well, I don't know if I'm going to play next year. Well, yeah, I'm going to play. Well, I don't know if I'm going to. And now he's going to wait for a day. And I mentioned the NCAA first round next Thursday.
Yep.
When there's teams going and people are like, all right, forget about football. Let's play basketball. Then all of a sudden it's going to come across the ticker. Rodgers will have a press conference today at 2:00 to discuss where he's going. I don't like it. I think he's holding Pittsburgh, Minnesota. He's holding them Giants. He's holding them hostage right now because those 3 haven't done nothing. Obviously, the Vikings have said J.J. McCarthy's our guy.
he is not. I tweeted this yesterday. Tom Brady will sign here before Aaron Rodgers signs here.
Yeah, but Kevin Seifert, man, he's
Kevin
really.
Seifert. I'm big time.
I can tell you don't like him.
You're trying to get me to go there, aren't you? I won't.
What's your nickname for him?
Queef burp.
Oh, that's good.
He never retweets my tweets to him.
Does he ever respond to you?
Never. I wouldn't either. I mean, I would kill him in a verbal spar. I mean, let's go. You always text me like, "Hey, go get this guy on Twitter." So I go on there and I get myself on trouble, and you look like the nice guy.
Yeah, there you go. So I sent out an X the other day, yesterday, and I said about the Steelers. I said, if they are taking Mason Rudolph over Aaron Rodgers, then they are not serious about winning. I feel that's a true statement. I think Aaron Rodgers is 3 times, 10 times that. So this one guy texted me back, a Steeler fan, if they take Aaron Rodgers, they aren't serious about winning. So where are we going with this here? So you bring in Mason Rudolph, who hasn't – how many career wins has this guy had? Not very many.
Yeah. He got his most famous thing is getting his head taken off by Myles Garrett with his own helmet.
Yeah. So I mean, your Steelers have built this team offensively to make possibly a Sam Darnold come in and play well.
Right.
I don't think Kyle Rudolph. I don't think Mason Rudolph is on the same playing field as Sam Darnold.
No,
but I
Darnold,
think you can bring in a few guys into Pittsburgh and they'd be okay.
Yeah.
But why wouldn't you roll the dice? And $40 million.
They are. They're trying to get him to commit. He just hasn't done it yet.
Yeah. So that's the frustrating part there. Vikings have also said about Sam Darnold, with him being gone, there's no way we'd have made these moves with Sam Darnold on the roster with that.
Yeah.
No, I don't believe that. If Quezzy's cooking, he can move money around enough to get. Dak Prescott's been in Dallas, and look at all the guys they keep bringing in.
And how's Dallas doing, by the way?
Exactly. Well, how's Minnesota doing? How's Detroit doing?
Okay, well,
couple one and dones. I mean,
yeah.
I mean,
anyways.
Yeah, you answered my question.
You are 100% correct. Aaron Rodgers is going to come out and say Selection Sunday that I'm signing with the Steelers. The deal's done. He just wants a little bit more guaranteed money. Is all he's looking for, Nolan. I think Aaron Rodgers will have a great season signing with the Steelers. He's got two good receivers. They could, they lost their running back. Harris went to where did Harris go? San Diego or Los Angeles? I think Najee Harris, pretty good runner, but I think Rodgers is destined to go to the Steelers. The national media continues to push that narrative that the Vikings are interested. I'm sure Aaron Rodgers would be interested in coming to play in Minnesota. Brett
Favre says Aaron Rodgers should be begging.
Well, yeah. If you're
he probably is. We don't know that.
We don't know that. They're not going to tell us that. But hear me out on this. If Patrick Mahomes is 5 years down the road and Casey says, "Hey, blah blah blah," if this was 5 years down the road, Patrick Mahomes would probably want to play with this offense when you got Jefferson and Addison and all those. I mean, it keeps people coming back to ESPN to say, "Oh, are they going to sign him?" Well, we're here to tell you, Aaron Rodgers, 99.999% chance will not be a Minnesota Viking. I mean, you can't say 100% until he signs with the Steelers, but I will say he's going to be a Steeler before the draft. And I think the Vikings will trade for a QB2. I don't know who that is yet. I've kind of looked at the QBs out there, but Quezzy had said a couple weeks ago, we'll find a QB2 if we need to, either via free agency or a trade. And when Quezzy talks, he tells things like it is. And if they haven't signed a QB2 by now, Nolan, it tells me from his previous stuff that he's not going to do it until the time is right. That's how you do things. Yeah. Have they talked to Aaron Rodgers? 100%. I'm sure they have. They probably said, Hey,
Oh yeah, you have to.
Yeah, you cannot not do it. But I'm guessing they were like, hey, this is our plan moving forward. You put all that stock into JJ McCarthy. You did all this. You've been saying he's the greatest guy since, Joe Montana, whatever. It'll be a growing season for the Vikings. So I don't know who their number 2 will be. But I guarantee, I don't want to say that. Aaron Rodgers will not be a Viking. And what do you always say after you make a point? What's that word you use? It's 2 words. What is it?
Book it.
But there you go.
Book it.
So
Can
you bet on that? Can you bet if Aaron Rodgers is going to be a Viking or not?
Oh yeah, there's spots.
There,
and I don't know what the Vegas odds are. I'm sure you could Google it and find out.
I'm not. I don't even care.
But to me, I don't know. I don't know where Aaron Rodgers. I'm pretty sure Aaron Rodgers is going to Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
he's going to hold them hostage until. Where's Russell Wilson still going? Who knows?
Right.
But the thing that concerns me is there hasn't been a lot of talk or video of saying, "Hey, JJ McCarthy is looking good right now."
But there has been, just not just during free agent week, because it's all been about freaking Rodgers. But there's been
I've made comments. Right, I've made comments that the last game of the year, JJ McCarthy was on the sidelines. Okay, very skinny, very frail. Obviously, hasn't done nothing, hasn't worked out. Okay, the whole world saw it, Chad. You saw it. You saw the tweets. I put that out there, and the concern from Minnesota, the doctors, the trainers, is he lost 20 pounds of muscle.
Are you sure that wasn't Gene Hackman that was standing there next to him?
That might have been Gene Hackman. Look, no.
That's bad.
Yeah.
Is that too soon? That's too soon,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Anyways.
Oh, God.
So
I just don't think JJ McCarthy's ready. I seriously don't. There's guys on here going against me saying he never had a second surgery. He had a second surgery to clean up the swelling, and that's still considered a surgery.
Yeah,
if you're in there taking care of something.
They were in there microscopic pulling some things out.
Yeah,
which I wish the doctors would do to my knee,
but it's still
I don't make $20 million a year.
But it's something though. It's not nothing.
No,
it's something.
There's a question mark behind him, but he's got 2 things going for him. He's young, and Kevin is a quarterback whisperer. So I will tell you this, and this is I will tell you this. I thought that we would trade for Kenny Pickett. I really did.
Oh.
I know, and that's what I was worried about, because
if you put Kevin O'Connell in Carolina, does Bryce Young have a year like Sam Darnold did?
Do you want to know why Sam Darnold had a good year? We've talked about it.
But it wasn't because of being a quarterback whisperer.
No,
you have the offensive studs.
I'm just giving you.
I know, but you need
juice when I say Kevin is the quarterback whisperer.
Yeah, I know.
Sam Darnold had the year Sam Darnold had because of Aaron Jones, Jordan Addison, and who's that number 18 for the Vikings? Can't remember his name. Justin Jefferson. I can't remember his name. So there you go. Again, Rodgers isn't coming here. Life is good.
Yeah.
Who are you texting? What do you got going?
No, I'm just looking. There's videos popping up of JJ Murray. I went off on a guy last night.
Good job, buddy.
But he brought up JJ McCarthy winning the national championship. And I'm like, I believe, being a Michigan fan, when I came on here, when they won the national championship, they cheated. They cheated.
They did.
So why is this such a big ring for JJ McCarthy? He cheated. He should have the ring. He knew what the defense was playing. The offense knew that. The defense knew what the offense was doing. Everybody's on board of JJ McCarthy won a national championship because he knew the defense they were playing.
He cheated.
Yeah, cheated.
You said it happens with every single team.
Yeah.
So with your knowledge that you have every single quarterback should be able to win the national championship because every team does it.
If you have the players around you.
Boom. He had the players around him.
You could put a team that's 0-9 up against a team that's 10-0.
Okay.
And in the huddle, you could say, okay, they're going to run this. You could try to stop it.
I agree with you. The only reason I don't is because it makes me a little bit more upset. So let's do this. Bryce Young on the Vikings. Give me his stats. Bryce Young on the Vikings.
He would have a little bit less than Sam Darnold. He'd still have a successful season.
Okay. Trevor Lawrence. Put him on the Vikings today.
Trevor Lawrence would have a big year in Minnesota.
Jalen Hurts. Put him on the Vikings today.
He'd have a big year.
Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. Where are we going with this?
Dak Prescott.
Yeah. If you had the receivers, Dak Prescott. I will hold on that one.
Would you? Okay.
Yeah.
I would be worried that he'd get hurt.
Yeah.
Just being so excited that he has some.
But the videos that they showed JJ McCarthy, it's funny because all these big plays is against East Carolina. And I'm like, okay, where are these? Well, if you'd have kept watching the video, he threw a touchdown against Ohio State. Okay.
So
you
sent me that one video of him throwing to that old crotchety guy that could barely move. This is your quarterback. That dude was.
It was a quarterback coach. Yeah, he was just like he was waiting for it right here, and he went. It was a bad throw,
dude. That guy was older than you.
He's not old. Did I send it to you in text?
I don't know.
He wasn't old. Trust me, he wasn't old.
That was funny. I'm like, you son of a gun. You got me on that. I was mad. You finally made me mad over the phone.
Did I?
Yeah. I was like, you son of a gun.
All right. So everybody out there watching right now, 68 of you. Type something in.
168.
Okay. Yeah, 168. I missed the one by the eye there.
Yeah.
Throw something in our chat here to see if you can make Chad mad this morning.
You can't make me mad. The only one that can make me mad is Billy Ray, Cyrus Robinson, Tiffany, Brandon.
No, I think there's a certain guy in Hettinger, North Dakota that knows how to punch buttons. Last night, I will tell you this, folks. We got a streak going in Snapchat. We're at 588, whatever it is. And he keeps, I don't know, you keep telling me to not break the streak, but I have no hourglass by it, but whatever. So we were pretty quiet. We're snapping pictures of our walls and everything and just nice and quiet. And I sent him a video and Chad goes on a 35.5-minute rant of, this is Ben Johnson. This is Caleb Williams. The boy, I used up half his afternoon by just doing one little video to him.
So they say that Timmy Ray Brandon's boy Ty is saying that that he's in my head rent free. No, you're not. You're a freaking idiot. I'm sorry, Timmy boy. You're an idiot.
Oh, these guys replying to your.
They're on Twitter. So I told old Timmy boy if he wanted to come on, he's more than welcome to. So let's see if he's on right now. I'm sure he's listening.
And I don't know if obviously our phones are smart.
Yeah.
But as I started talking about JJ McCarthy, I'm getting feed after feed now on JJ McCarthy. Ladies and gentlemen, the third best quarterback in the NFL, JJ McCarthy.
Well, there you go.
JJ McCarthy will be 23 in January. Let's stop acting like a year of Rodgers steals his youth.
Yeah.
Would you want him to learn from Aaron Rodgers, though? Do you think he would sit down in a quarterback room and dissect film with JJ? And
seriously, if I wanted him to learn from a quarterback, I don't think it'd be Aaron Rodgers. Again, I would go, this is me being serious now. This guy says we don't have a serious sports talk show. We never claimed to be a serious sports talk show. So thanks for listening, by the way, Detroit fans.
We're very serious.
We're serious about being ugly against the Lions. But I think Jared Goff would be somebody to learn from because Jared doesn't make a whole lot of mistakes. I think the Lions have Hendon Hooker waiting in the background, and I think that's a good place to be. I think Kirk Cousins would have been a good mentor to JJ. I really do, because Kirk I think in the long run, I think JJ McCarthy will have a better career than what Kirk does. I think he'll bring the Vikings something a little bit further than what Kirk does.
Will he have better numbers than Caleb Williams his first year?
Yeah, I think he will. I think
because he has a better offensive line, obviously.
I think he's got a better offensive line. I don't think he's going to be running for his life as much as Caleb Williams was.
Yeah, so, I do want to apologize to the Viking fans out there and to Harrison Smith. We overshadowed him with the Aaron Rodgers talk and all that stuff, and Harrison Smith signed again.
Yeah.
And being a Bears fan, I didn't like the guy for how many years has he been in the league?
Oh, enough. Where every Sunday,
14 years.
Yeah, every year or every Sunday.
Okay, I didn't like him for 13 years.
Yeah.
And last year I grew to like him, and good to see him back. I think he's probably, I don't know if it's a mistake for him to come back one more year at 36 years old, but I will tell you this, in all seriousness, Harrison Smith, the best play I ever seen you made was when you got run over by Jay Cutler. Rain on a Sunday afternoon, and it made me sick.
That's so dumb, it makes me mad.
I still like Harrison
That's
Smith.
so
He's
dumb,
a hell of a
it
player.
Makes me mad.
Yeah. You'll be okay.
Anyways, I know. I'm okay. We still got a paycheck coming in from our non-super serious sports show. God, I love idiots. Nolan, can I just tell you that? I just love people that are idiots. They make my life a lot easier. It's freaking great.
They do. Yeah, it's
just how people can think, and yeah, so living rent free in their head.
Yeah.
Who's tweeting about who?
It's always a good thing to flip on X every once in a while, and
who's tweeting about who and who's talking about who on his podcast. I find it funny. Anyways, so so I like all the Viking signings. Bears had a good signing. Packers stayed kind of status quo. I feel bad for Lion fans, the good ones, not the ones that we always talk about on this show, but the ones that can actually hold a conversation with people. And then I'm Philly. What are they going to do? They've kind of had a rough go at it.
Yeah, Washington might be the front runner in that division.
And
Washington has done well.
Yeah, and like the NFC, I'm sorry, not the NFC. We talk about NFC all the time. The AFC teams, has there anyone stood out to you? I think, in my mind, I think the Broncos did okay.
You're still going to see Buffalo, Kansas City at the top.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
Ravens there.
Yeah, Ravens.
Ravens.
They don't have to do a lot in the offseason. And that's the thing. It's like I made the comment to you the other day. It's like, I said, why does it seem like the Bears and Vikings are doing all the moves? It's like, because they are. Everybody else is, I look at Green Bay. I talked about at the beginning of the podcast.
Right.
Green Bay hasn't done nothing. They've lost a couple.
They've signed two guys, overpaid for one. I think the Vikings overpaid for the center, and I told you that.
Yeah.
But we have a better center than what we did before, so I'm okay with that. If he pans out, he pans out. However it goes, but yeah, I don't know. It's just a good time. So what do you got going on there? Somebody texting you already?
No.
Typing something in there for us, are you? Come on, brother.
All right.
Oh, you got a comment up there.
Yeah.
You put a comment up there. Vikes should use their long snapper.
Yeah.
Why not?
Going shotgun all day.
Yeah.
But they did say that Ben Johnson's offense is like 80% under center.
Yeah. Did you see
that?
Did you see the BJ picture today where it's like his press conference and then like 49 days in and he looks like he's 106 years old?
No, did not see that.
So I would it's going to be a great year for the NFC North, and I think it'll produce a Super Bowl champion this year. I'm not saying which team will do it, but I think all four teams have a pretty decent shot at the playoffs, and a few of them have a chance of winning it all. Detroit being one of those. knows?
This might be the year where we get a lot of the NFC North teams into the playoffs.
Yeah, and again, Dan Gamble. As much as we talk crap about him, I don't know.
Well, on another note, Dan Campbell. I won't say Gamble. Dan Campbell is not an elite coach. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn. I mean, it'll prove itself out this year.
Yeah.
If he's that good of a coach, then. But to me, you and I have said it week in and week out throughout the season. Detroit could have won by 3 touchdowns rather than by 3. Why? Because he went for it on 4th and 2 on his own 30-yard line and missed it.
Right.
Well, the next time he did it, they made it. Yeah, you're rolling the dice, but I don't think gambling makes you an elite coach. And Detroit's going to say they have an elite coach. That's fine.
Well, yeah, they're excited. They won something for the first time in a long time.
Yeah.
I
mean, you're coming off Matt Millen. You're coming off not using Barry Sanders and Calvin Williams very well.
Or Calvin
Johnson. Or Calvin Johnson, yeah.
Megatron.
You have nothing in your past that other than, hey, we had a rushing leader. He broke records.
Yeah.
That's about it. I mean, you had Scott Mitchell as a quarterback.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he paid him way too much money. So there you go.
I think everybody was overpaid when they went to Detroit.
Yeah. So it's we burn on the stupid fans quite a bit, and we continually will. So, but for the ones that are real non-bandwagon fans, feel good for them that they've got some winning.
Yeah,
going on.
and we will be reporting from the draft.
We will
in
be.
Green Bay.
Yes, we certainly will. Looking forward to that.
It probably won't be at Lambeau Field, but we'll be close.
We will be close to Lambeau. We can go down there. We can just do it from our phone if we want.
Yeah, true.
We didn't get the camera privileges, those sons of guns.
Yeah.
But we'll have it.
Well, that's okay. We'll get it.
Yeah. We'll get it next
So yeah, so we've got a big rest of the month coming up. Not only do we have NCAAs, I don't know, I'm sure you follow that a little bit, don't you?
A little bit. We'll have our
picks up.
Our picks again, and we will let our listeners and viewers. How many we have last year? 175.
Yep.
I think it was. And so we will. We'll have the winners. Will win some pretty good money. Am I frozen?
Oh, you froze.
Yeah, I kind of did. So
okay. So the Major League Baseball, the one sport that I love at the beginning of the season in April, I've taken Mondays off for my whole career, and now it's like they're starting 2 games next week.
They're playing Thursday
on an island.
Yeah,
it's like Monday, Tuesday, I think, or something like that. Dodgers and Cubs.
Yeah,
they're playing 2 games.
2 great teams to start out with, though.
And then they go a week and a half of more preseason games.
Yeah, I
don't like that. I mean, if you're going to do that, do it at the beginning of the season. I understand the travel thing, but
right.
I mean, back in the day, which wasn't very long ago, you have to Google what opening day is now. Sometimes it's always been like April 1st, 2nd, 3rd, right in there that first Monday. Then they went to Sunday nights. Then they went to Saturday afternoons.
Yeah. Do you remember Monday Night Baseball on ABC?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember watching that. So
I remember. There's a lot of things, man, that's not on TV anymore. That
I'm still giggling about how when I was snapping you the other night and Becky was on. She was sitting next to me. We were watching something on TV, and I said, "Hey, do you know who Pete Rozelle is?" God. She goes, "Yeah, he's that baseball player that got in trouble." Oh, you're thinking Pete. You're thinking Pete Rose. And she goes, "Oh, and he had a really crappy haircut." And I said, "Yeah." And she's like, "Who the hell's Pete Rozelle?"
Well, Pete Rozelle didn't have a good haircut either. So.
And so then I showed her Pete Rozelle, and that stemmed all the way into the "Hey, Roger."
Oh yeah, did you show her that clip?
Oh, she thought that was pretty damn funny. She's like, "Why would what Goodell was doing?" She thought was the most funny.
Well, it was just like you think Pete Rozelle would have enough. He's looking up. Even it probably just went, just do a wave. Instead, it was just like, wow, Pete, or not Pete.
That wasn't Pete. You still got that long COVID going on, bro.
I do. Well, I Googled it. I Googled a chronic cough after being sick 3 weeks ago. It says, well, you should probably go get a check. You might have an infection.
Chronic cough.
And then, of course, my wife says it's allergies.
Yeah. Well, what are you allergic to?
That exactly. I don't know. Do I go?
Work?
I could be because I don't cough a lot when I'm here.
Well, before we went on air, you weren't coughing at all. As soon as the beep song came up, you're freaking. You have dry.
Throat got dry.
You've been talking too much.
Yeah.
You've been talking too much, boy. So
hopefully
anyways,
some things come across
Yeah.
today. Let's
Yeah.
get things rolling. I just wanted to get on today because I was fuming about Aaron Rodgers holding everybody hostage again, and he's not. By the way, he's not holding me hostage. Just so people know. So Aaron Rodgers can do whatever he wants to. He can go on Pat McAfee and say, "Well, I haven't made my decision yet."
He's going to go to some darkness retreat or drop some mushrooms or something like that. Would you go on a? Would you like to hang out with him for a day before we drop off? Would you hang out with him for a day?
I don't know. That's a
Would
hard
you hang
question.
out? Would you hang out with Mike Singletary for a day?
You know, as long as he
So
wouldn't bring his coaching techniques into our conversation.
okay.
The guy can't
Go
coach.
on.
He's a hell of a
Go
middle
on.
linebacker.
Go on him. Can't coach him.
Yeah.
I knew that made you mad.
He's an uncoachable coach is what he is.
I love that.
Hey, Mike Singletary trying to frickin' tell people how football's really played. It's just like, Mike, you're not a coach. You have guys quitting on you. You're not a good coach.
Yeah.
But hey, Mike, if you're watching, hell of a middle linebacker. You rank right behind Brian Urlacher, in my opinion.
Ooh.
No, I like Brian Urlacher. He's
one more thing, and then I got to go because I do have a meeting.
okay.
They said that the Bears did Brian Urlacher dirty at the end of his career. Is that true?
Well, I don't think so. Not that I remember.
But they offered him a really crappy contract, and instead of signing the contract, he just said, "I'm done."
I kind of heard that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. That part I didn't know. You never.
But hey, I think they did pay for his hair.
Yeah.
From what I heard.
Okay. Looks pretty terrible.
I want to thank Brian for that because you don't know how many people came up to me and says, "Hey, you should go to Brian Urlacher's hair doctor. He did a pretty good job." And I'm like, "No."
Go to Jason Witten's. His is better.
There you go. Yeah, Jason. There you go.
All right.
Rodgers!
You know you are.